Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and we are live here inside of the group. You're looking at the domain that I talked about using before, and we're gonna kind of pick it up, and I'm gonna recap today what we're gonna be doing over the next. Over the next, I'd say, number of sessions, we want to get WP Coursify installed as courseware. And what I talked about in the last one, and this was before the flood happened. I know we may have lost a little continuity, so uh, we're going to keep uh, optimized press installed, right? And so I want to go inside of here, so I want to show you this because optimized press pretty much does what we needed to do in terms of having a front page. Now, if you recall, if I go into the settings and I go into the reading area, if you remember, one of the things you can do inside of WordPress is you can set your front page. And so my front page is always going to be set with optimized press. And the reason I want to do that is because I can control the look, right? And optimized press allows, and I don't know if I have it here, but they do have. Let me kind of get this for you. They do have a club, and I'm not trying to get you to buy anything, but um, they they have a club where you can update some of the templates, right? And so I think this is $149 a year, and I think it's maybe 17 or 20 or $17 a month. And so I just keep this subscription so that I can have access to the templates. Now you wouldn't have to do this if you did optimize press, but again, this is how I've chosen to handle my uh, my page system, right? So because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this as my front page, and I'm eventually going to change this to represent what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so Becky is asking, what site was that? Becky, this is the upgrade. This is the upgrade for optimized press. So if you have optimized press, what they do is they allow you to um, they allow you to buy into what they call their club. Excuse me. And when you're part of their club, you get access to their templates, and then your updates are done automatically. Right, I can put this inside of here. Now, if you don't have if you have optimized press, you should be able to get access to it. But I will put that there. No, it's not the same as Thrive Themes. It's like Thrive Themes, right? So it's a system of themes. So whereas you might use Thrive Themes, I use Optimized Press. I use that system of themes. But yes, so essentially, it is the same thing, right? It's the same as having a system of themes, and I just choose to use Optimized Press. That's a great question. Okay, so in order to keep this front page, what I'm going to do is I don't want to install WP Coursify inside of harperacademy.com. I do want it connected with this domain. And so what I've decided to do is I'm going to create a subdirectory, and I'm going to install WP Coursify in a separate WordPress installation. I'm going to show you how to do that here right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my cPanel here, and this is the cPanel for Harper Academy, right? So I'm just going to go inside of, and this is familiar to a number of you. I know you all know this already, but I just need to go over it anyway. I'm going to go into Fantastico here, and hopefully we can get Fantastico to come open. It's taking a little bit of time here to load. Okay, it's loading. And once Fantastico loads, what I'm going to do is we're just going to go inside of WordPress here. I think you can go inside. Let's just write in. We'll just search for WordPress. Right. So here's WordPress. And so I'm going to create a subdirectory, and I'm going to put this inside of Harper Academy. So I'm going to click install a new copy of the new WordPress. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to call this directory, maybe we'll call this directory Maybe let's call it products. Maybe. Um, I don't necessarily like that. Maybe I like courses. Right, Harper Academy and courses. I'm going to give myself an admin name, and I'm going to do this off screen. So let me kind of do this off screen here, and I'm going to pull this off for a second, just so I can go ahead and put my username in here and a password and a support email. And as you all know, I'm losing my support person, so I'm going to have to kind of redo that. We're going to call this Harper Academy courses. And I realize you can't see this right now. I'm just doing all the sensitive information offline. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit. I'm just going through the standard Fantastico screen. I'm going to bring this back so you can see it here in a minute once the install process starts. All right, so Fantastico is now installing. Right, so I've got there isn't anything tricky that was off the screen, so you'd be able to do anything that I did. So it's going to complete this process, and then I'm going to have a login and password. And so as soon as I get that login and password, I'm going to go to the URL directly so you can see it. And so basically what I did here is I just created um, a brand new WordPress installation, right? So rather than trying to crowd up my that one installation, I'm going to create a second one. And you can always do that with anything that you do with WordPress, right? As long as you you keep track of where these other sites are. So now I've got Harper Academy /courses /WP admin. And now I'm now ready to start working with WP Coursify, right? So what I can do here, and let's see, we're at about 7 minutes. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here because I really like to try to keep these within 5 minutes. I don't want to have long videos, but you get the point in the first thing we did. We basically just created a WordPress site in a separate subdomain. We did that inside of our cPanel, and we're going to start with next time is we're going to go ahead and install WP Coursify inside of this WordPress installation. So if there are any questions, feel free to write them here in the box, and we will pick this up on Monday, right? And hopefully we will be here Monday at 10:30 a.m. And again, I really like to try to keep that time going forward. Again, if you were checking in and I didn't show up, that was mainly because I was kind of flooded out of my home office. Okay, so with that, thank you everybody. We will talk to you in the next. I guess it will be episode 2. I'm going to go ahead and start renaming and renumbering the episodes. So this is episode 1. We're going to do episode 2 next time. Thanks, and I will see you then. I will see you at that time. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Dana's question is: when backing up a website, does it back up the subdirectories also? Or do they need to be done separately? No, you'd have to do your subdirectories separately. But I think you can get a plugin, Dana, that will do all of these at once, right? So I think Backup Buddy and a couple of others give you a dashboard, right? And you can just kind of control them from there. That's the kind of plugin that I would use. And I'll have to find one. Now that you've mentioned that, and then the maybe the next video, what I'll do is we'll talk about some backup solutions, right? But that's a good question, and the answer to your direct question is you'd have to back up this WordPress installation also. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, everybody. So thank you very much for being here. And Dana, what I'm going to do is I know that um, I just replied to you verbally. I'm going to write the answer to your question in here just so that other people will be able to see it. Okay, everybody. Thank you and have a great day.